Hey Vin,
Hey, Annie.
the Alaska Airlines pilot who tried to shut down the engines mid-flight a couple of years ago was just sentenced. Can you talk about it?
I'm sure everybody remembers this. This was wild. There was a guy by the name of Joseph Emerson who was a captain for Alaska Airlines. He was jump seating on Horizon Flight 2059, October of 2023. And jump seating means he was using his pilot privileges to sit in one of the extra seats that we have in the cockpit. He was experiencing psychosis from having ingested mushrooms a couple days prior, and kudos to the flight crew of this Horizon flight for handling this the way they did. But this guy in this episode tried to shut down the engines of the airplane by pulling both fire handles in the cockpit. These fire handles that we have, when they're pulled, they deactivate systems. They deactivate the hydraulics, the air, the fuel, they deactivate the electrics. They also arm the squibs so you can fire the fire bottles. But all these actions are reversible, and the crew caught him in time and stowed the handles, so none of those systems were deactivated. He was obviously escorted out of the cockpit after a brief struggle, admitted to the flight attendant that he needed to be restrained because something bad was going to happen, is what he told the flight attendant. After that, and I didn't know this part, the report said that he tried to open an exit door while on descent. So they diverted the airplane, landed back in Portland. He was arrested. He was brought up on a battery of charges. He served 46 days in jail. On the state level and the federal level, he was brought up on charges of interfering with a flight crew, 1 count of endangering an aircraft, 83 counts of reckless endangerment to another, 664 hours of community service, a bunch of stuff, punitively speaking. His conditions of his release, obviously he needs to be continually assessed for sobriety and maintained clear of operable aircraft, but just an absolutely wild situation. And I mean, really, as a pilot and a husband and a father, my heart kind of goes out to the guy in one way, and as a pilot, obviously I'm appalled. What he did was reprehensible. He put 83 lives at risk and his own. He deserves what he got, but it is also, I think, generally speaking, very difficult, and there's a stigma around seeking mental health help. He started this nonprofit, and he's going, I think, now to be a counselor, but everybody's okay. That's the most important thing, but hopefully he learned his lesson, and he's getting the help he needs.
Thanks, Pilot Vinny.
All right, you're welcome.